We are coming to you live from Dude Central in beautiful downtown Phoenix. We have a surprise guest today in the Dude abode, the creator of Nexus himself, Mike Barron.
Hey folks, and this is Steve Rude. I
Who
was
drew the
working.
pictures?
I was working in an insurance company one day when I got a call from a newspaper editor I knew, and he said, "There's some guy here trying to sell us his drawings, and he draws just like you." And that's how I met the dude. So we
And
met on the steps of the student union. He opened his portfolio, and I gave up drawing.
in fact, Mike actually dedicated my first Loomis book to me when he realized that he's probably better off writing than drawing.
Yeah, I had been trying to draw for years, and I got hold of that Loomis book somehow.
And I've had that ever since. So we're here today to talk about the thing that most people have been asking about for a long time now, which is when is more Nexus material going to come out? Well, you're in luck because that's what we're here to talk about. We've got a couple new things that have been in the works for a while. The first thing is actually a novel that Mike wrote on his own, and this is what it looks like. That's the size of the book, and it's entirely written by Mike. Talk about the novel and how you went about going about doing this.
Well, coincidentally, it parallels Dude's new project, Coming of Gourmando. Years ago, Steve asked me, "What's the ultimate Nexus story?" And I said, "It's Nexus versus Galactus." But obviously, we can't use Galactus because that belongs to Marvel. So we created our own. And I called him Gourmando. And the novel is an attempt to bring the comic book to life in a different form, the prose form. You can do things in a novel that you can't do in a comic, just as you can do things in a comic that you can't do in a novel. We crowdfunded it. It was a big success. We shipped them all out. I have a number of them left. If anyone is interested, please contact me through my social media. I'm Michael A. Barron on Facebook. I have a Mike Barron author page. I'm at Bloody Red Barron on Twitter. And now the novel is going to be published by Wordfire Press, which is Kevin J. Anderson's publishing imprint.
And remember, this is the first time a Nexus book has ever been published in novel form, entirely written as a novel. It started out as a comic. It continues as a comic in this form right here. And this is about the same size as Mike's book right here. This is one of two versions of the Coming of Gourmando. This is one of the sizes, standard comic book size. The other size is going to be the artist edition that you're going to be seeing. That's going to be about like this size right here. So you can see the size comparison. It's massive. This is the version that I'm trying to promote the most because I think it's appropriate for the size of pages that I'm working, which are this big right here. So you can see that the actual book itself, that is going to be the artist edition, is actually much smaller than the original art. But this is what it looks like. We're doing an experiment in graphic storytelling by returning to the days of the comic strip that was in the Sunday newspaper. You remember Prince Valiant, you remember Flash Gordon, you remember Dick Tracy, and you remember the strips that are ever gaining in popularity that go back to the 1900s. And that's what we're trying to do as an experiment in doing something different, which is something that Nexus can claim when it came out in 1981. It was an independent production, not produced by the big two, and it went on to win all these awards, which a lot of you Nexus fans out there know. So this is what we're hoping that you'll find a lot of interest in, and purchase these books and keep the Nexus ship floating strong. Mike, anything else you want to talk about at all?
Well, I have a number of Nexus projects in the works. The first is the Nexus Lone Star Bigfoot Bill crossover. Mike S. Miller and Doug Tenopolo were kind enough to let me play in their backyard. It's a 48-page graphic novel illustrated by Matthew Weldon. The art is complete. It's being colored now. It's stunning. It also features Gourmando. There's also a 3-issue Nexus miniseries being illustrated by Kelsey Shannon that's being published by Splatto Comics, ya boy Zach.
Which I've seen, and that's really good.
It's an add-on to the Impossible Stars graphic novel, which Chuck Dixon is writing. The first issue is going to the printer next month, and then there will be 2 issues after that. I'm also working on an original Nexus graphic novel with Richard Bonk that will be published by Dark Horse. And I'm about halfway through the second Nexus novel now.
So what we're looking at here is we're approaching the 35th and 40th anniversary of Nexus. And that's normally the time that the authors should get together and do a major push. These anniversary dates are always important to the creation of a character and to keep the brand going, if you want to call it a name like that. Flowhard here is one of our biggest fans. She has been reading Nexus ever since she was a puppy, and now she's 9 years old. So figure out the math. It sounds improbable, but nothing is impossible in the world of Nexus. So we hope you guys find this broadcast of interest. We would appreciate your support, as every creator does, and we'll see you in the funny pages.
We have a question.
Oh, we have a question before we go here. And the question is,
Possible new Nexus story by you two.
it's always a possibility. Right now, we're diverging into different experimental modes right now. Mike has got his own vision of what he wants Nexus to be. I've kind of got mine. So we'll see how the two converge right now. That's another thing that's an experiment that's never been done before. And we hope you find it of interest.
And this is just another comment. It says Kelsey is doing a great homage to Steve with his art. It looks incredible.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's always nice to hear. We appreciate all the fan comments that come in. And rest assured that me and Mike Barron have a huge spark left in us that can't be extinguished. We're very much self-starters, and we're very much still devoted to the property that put us on the map in the first place, and that is Nexus. So unless there's any more questions from the crowds out there, we are going to say sayonara for now, and we hope you continue the support in Nexus.